Ira Khan, Amir Khan's daughter, tweet that she's suffering from depression. Depression has become such a common phenomena these days. So I thought let's discuss it today. It actually reminded me of a friend whom I visited, and just I got to know few hours before her daughter hanged herself when she was at home. Mother was at home. She was studying in 12th class. Imagine. Then also it reminded me of another family friends whose son who was studying in 10th, and he was very unhappy. He did not want to do engineering, but somehow parents insisted, but he couldn't survive through that course, and ultimately he left it, and the parents were devastated because they lost money, hard-earned money, because they were in jobs. So the things became worse, and the worst was that parents did not want to disclose to anyone because they were somewhere feeling, oh, how can we share that he's suffering from depression? So they tried handling him, on their own, and with their own mindset. So the child's condition becomes so bad, and today he is in rehab home. So it's not a stigma to feel depressed. It's just like any other disease. Why you have thyroid, sugar, blood pressure. When you're in the hospital, how confidently we call our friends and tell, oh yeah, I'm suffering from cancer, or I've been diagnosed with this, and we feel people will sympathize. But when it comes to mental health, we are so shy of sharing our problem. It is as good as any physical problem. So, and there also we need help. So today let me share a few datas and how we can deal with this phenomena which is so prevalent, and I'm very much concerned about it because it's just like the roots of a tree. If roots get weak, tree will fall. How healthy it may seem, how great it may seem, it doesn't matter. So mind acts like that. So let's really work on our mind and our family members, and most important is how the family members will recognize, how they will identify when they should be taking help, what symptoms are there that they can recognize that it's not normal, it's slightly beyond it. It's nothing abnormal as such, but small symptoms can really tell us that the person is suffering from some kind of depression or mental sickness. Mental sickness is not very hard word in the sense that pagal ho gaye. In India we have this concept that if the person is suffering from depression or something like that, then maybe he's mad or it's something really wrong. In foreign countries, the doctors, if you're going through any trauma event or any problem, the doctors, they assign a doctor, psychologist to you, so that you can simultaneously handle it mentally, how to deal with this problem. So, but in India we take it as a stigma. So let us know more about it. So let me share some data about it. Like mental illnesses affect 19% of adult population, 46% of teenagers, and 13% of children every year. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses. The problem will become bigger. Poorer performance at school and at work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. People get into drug addiction. The relationships become bad. So, do you want to treat well in time, or do you want to get to the stage where it becomes bad, as I shared about our family friend whose son is now in a rehab home, whatever it is called, right? So it's so important to understand what mental sickness is and why it is important to cure it. A mental illness is a physical illness of the brain, basically, right? So as thyroid happens to the body, similarly something happens to the brain which is a physical sickness of a brain. that causes disturbances in thinking, behavior, energy, or emotion that make it difficult to cope with the ordinary demands of life. The National Institute of Mental Health has a mantra: no health without mental health. There are some activities to look out that are that whether the person is not eating properly or sleeping patterns have changed. Is he withdrawing from people and normal activities? There is decrease of energy. Is it feeling of helplessness or hopelessness? Is he or she feeling very confused, becoming forgetful, angry, nervous, or on edge? An inability to do daily tasks, severe mood swings, thoughts of self-harm, significant increase in drug or alcohol intake. So basically, each illness has its own set of signs and symptoms. No two experiences with the mental illness will be the same. If any of the above discussed symptoms you have, please seek help from your family or friends or a counselor. Do not overthink, as overthinking is the biggest cause of your happiness. Like recently again, I lost some relative of mine with the COVID. So, the family member who was the most affected, she told that she is busy in the routine. But it's not about being busy in the routine. It's about doing something which gives you joy so that you can secrete hormones which helps you to overcome depression, the tragedy. Eat healthy, do exercises, yoga regularly. Do activities that you enjoyed or love to do. Have never give up spirit. You don't have to struggle in silence. Keep sharing with your loved ones. As mental health is nothing to be ashamed of. It's not a stigma. There's no bias. You don't have to feel shame. Healing takes time, but asking for help is a courageous step. So friends, it's not about Ira Khan. It's not about few children or families I have mentioned. It's about that I've seen mental illness very closely in my own house. My mother had a severe mental sickness, so much so that she had to go through electric shocks. Why? Because in those days, when I was young, and we did not understand mental sickness, and we kept thinking, oh, it's her nature, or she behaves like this, or maybe she's feeling sleepy. So we did not understand, and it got so worse that when I was just kind of growing up, and I saw her going through all that traumas, and we did not understand what it is. But today times have changed. People understand. There are doctors, there are counselors, there are so many techniques we can overcome. But if we don't take help in time, we don't go to the right person, we don't talk about it. For any other thing, don't we go for coaching? In the sense, if I have to learn piano, if I'm feeling pain on my back, or if I'm having cervical, we do seek help. So why not here? Why don't we go to somebody who can really help us? We can share with our friends, anybody. But please talk. Please try to overcome it. Please try to deal with it. Don't take it, that maybe it's inevitable, or it's something you can't change, or something you can't share. I really want that everybody should be so mentally strong and happy. Yeah. Anything I can do as a life coach, I would love to help you. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel, Life Coach Ritu Singal, and please press the bell for notifications. Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.